My name is Mike Assertion, and I am a senior organizational development consultant, and I work internally with a major technology company. In a nutshell, I enable leaders and their teams to be more effective. In my world, I coach people who are high potentials, individual contributors who have been seen by high-level executives as the future leaders. They can be first-line managers, directors, senior directors. I work with a lot of folks who have a very high confidence level in their abilities to do things. When they get a 360 instrument that has a gap between how they're perceiving themselves and how others perceive them, it can make them feel a little uncomfortable, sometimes even a little frustrated. And what makes it even harder is that because they know who the people are that rated them, it can also hinder or affect the relationship. So one thing about the CPI 260 is that you can get that same kind of data without having to go out there and asking folks who you have to work with on a daily basis. It's created in a way that makes that happen just by completing the assessment. It's amazing how this instrument is set up, and that's why I want to go to this certification program to learn more about it and see how I can use it in my company. My objective going in was to learn how this instrument could be part of a battery of tools that I use in my company. I use the Myers-Briggs and some other tools that help people become more self-aware. We use a lot of 360 type instruments, and I wanted to be able to use something that I thought was going to be an effective way for people to gain more data about themselves. One of the values of being in the certification was to be with people that were different, with the same passion that I have for development and using assessments as a way to develop. Being able to be in a room with a lot of other professionals where we were able to learn from each other, look at data and interpret it differently and be able to understand why we're looking at it differently, what kind of filters we were putting on it. That was a lot of fun, as well as getting into groups and working together with our own assessment and getting other people to interpret how they perceive our report to look. I love assessments. Assessments are a great way to be able to learn more about yourself and being able to use that information and to grow into a more productive and effective individual. The challenge is that we don't want to use just or rely on just one assessment to do that. And one of the things I like about the CPI is that we can use this as a way to close out a battery of assessments and to say, you know what, we're on track, look at us, we're growing, we're improving, we're doing things differently. So this is great information to be able to put together a plan of action for them to continue to move forward and grow. Helping people and supporting people who want to grow, who want to make a difference in the world, and knowing that I've played a tiny role in that makes it all worthwhile.